Welcome to This Week at Otterbein. I'm Lillian Van Weingarten. On this show, hear about some student-led activism on campus.
I'm Jacob Stainer. Also this week, take a look at how one student overcame a fatal cardiac event. But first,
3 black female students were recently the victim of racial slurs and statements while minding their own business in their residence hall lounge. The microaggression sparked a collaborative rally by different multicultural organizations on campus. Here's the report. Monday, April 11th, a collaborative rally by different multicultural organizations on Otterbein's campus combated recent issues of racism against our fellow peers.
Political climate and social climate on campus called for radical student action. I wouldn't necessarily categorize it as radical in the sense that it's angry or that it's misguided, but radical in the sense that students want to see more from their university. And they want to see it happen so that way students will feel more safe amongst their peers, knowing that they're not going to say certain things to them like racial epitaphs or racial slurs.
Other students spoke out about their experiences with microaggressions and racism on campus.
It's like you walk around campus and you're not represented anywhere at all, and then you go into your lounge and you're hanging out with your friends and then you hear people saying that they hate effing N-words. And it makes you feel like you don't belong here, and it makes you feel...
Well, I think I want to get with my staff and we want to start to talk about it, but, if we need to reprioritize some things, then we'll reprioritize those. But we've had those conversations. Yeah, a number of them were on the diversity and inclusion report. I don't think there's anything new on that list that we haven't talked about. I think what you heard today is the timing and trying to move some of these initiatives up sooner than later.
This is Lillian Van Weingarten reporting for Otterbein TV.
Need a good laugh? Then come to the Cardi Comedy Night starring comedians Danny Swartouts, Kenny Mock, and Mike Paramore on April 19th. This INST-approved event will be held in the Reich Center at 7 p.m. Otterbein students and staff can purchase pre-sold tickets for $3 or for $5 at the door. Please have your ID on hand. General admission is $8. Proceeds from this event will be donated to the Central Division of the Autism Society of Ohio. For more information, contact Dustin Lieber. Last fall, Anna Phillips, an Otterbein University student, collapsed at her sorority scavenger hunt. She discovered that she has a heart condition called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy that accounts for her sudden cardiac arrest. Now she is more lively than she was before. Reporter Tim Neptune spoke with Anna about her overwhelming support from her peers. Here's more.
Last fall, an Otterbein University student collapsed to the ground because of a fatal cardiac event which stopped her heart. Months later, Anna Phillips speaks on her experience and her overwhelming support from her sorority, Sigma Alpha Tau, in the Otterbein community.
I don't remember anything about the actual accident. I remember that day, like half of that day, pretty much I gave a tour in the morning, and that's basically all I remember. And then I remember waking up in the hospital, basically. And like even that, like the 2 weeks surrounding that is a little like blurry. Like I know a lot of people came to visit me, but like I don't exactly remember who and like that kind of stuff. But I don't know, it's kind of my like mind like protecting me. So my professors were really supportive. I had coffee with Dean Gaddy after I came back. He just like wanted to check on me. President Kathy Crendel and her husband, who I actually had as a professor last year, came to visit me in the hospital, so like that was really cool. And so yeah, definitely very supported by all of Otterbein.
Anna's sorority even created a hashtag that got support from students that Anna didn't even know.
Yeah, I've had class with him all semester, and one morning in library we were just doing homework and stuff, and my friend Miriam, who's like in my sorority, was talking to me about hashtag Anna Strong, and then he just like looks at me and he's like, Anna, you're Anna, like, oh, that's you. I was at your candlelight vigil, I cried, like all this stuff, and he hugged me, and like, I don't know, so it was just like, it was really weird thinking that, people who don't even like know me or know who I am, still wanted to like, come together and, pray for me or, just, send me cards and stuff, so it's pretty cool.
This is Tim Neptune with Otterbein TV.
Still to come, see how the baseball and softball team came to close out the year.
And hear about the latest apps and Tech Time with Jay.
I'm 15 years old and I am a heart recipient. I got my first heart transplant when I was 1.5 years old. I got my second heart when I was 13. When I step out on stage, I think I'm communicating with people. I would like to tell them that I want to make a change in life. Like, yeah, you can have 2 heart transplants, but that doesn't stop you from doing the things that you love. When I get my driver's license, of course I'm going to say yes to be an organ donor because I've been saved twice. So who says I can't save somebody else? It's just the beginning of a new story.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
You do me, Jerry Mathers, from the television show Leave It to Beaver. I've been diagnosed with the disease, diabetic peripheral neuropathy, or DPN. DPN is damage to the nerve tissue of the peripheral nervous system. 60 to 70% of people with diabetes have some form of neuropathy. The most common form affects the hands and feet and can cause pain, burning sensation, and in severe cases, total loss of feeling. People with DPN need to take special care of their feet. More than half of the lower limb amputations occur in people with diabetes. Be proactive, monitor your blood glucose levels, follow medication therapies, and maintain proper foot health with your podiatrist. It worked for me. To learn more about DPN, go to www.neuropathyaction.org.
The Otterbein baseball team played host to Marietta this past Wednesday at Fishball Field. The Cards split the doubleheader with the Pioneers winning the first game 6-2 and falling in the second game 7-6 in extra innings. In game number 1, the Cardinals got homers from Mark Wallen and Jake Zimmerman to fuel the offense for Otterbein. Wallen also went 2 for 3 in the game with 2 RBIs. The Tandon Cardinal also got a strong pitching performance from junior Robert Kemmer, who went 7 strong innings, giving up just 2 runs. Kemmer is now 4-0 on the season. In game number 2, the Cardinals had 2 different chances to win the game, but they were unsuccessful. They left the bases loaded in the bottom of the 9th and runners on 2nd and 3rd in the 10th. Junior closer Caleb Norton pitched 3 2/3 innings and took the loss for the Cardinals on the hill. Starter Craig Prince went 6 innings, giving up just 3 runs on 6 hits. Otterbein will take to the field today in Bexley as they take on their longtime rival, the Capital Crusaders. The Otterbein softball team surpassed the 20-win mark on Wednesday. They got a clean sweep of Ohio Northern up in Ada, 5-1 and 5-0, to also stay perfect 8-0 in the OAC Ohio Athletic Conference. The Cardinals' pitching was the difference on Wednesday. Sophomore pitcher Rachel Owens picked up her 12th win in the circle. Owens went all 7 innings, giving up just 1 run on 7 hits. Game 2, freshman Gabby Johnson was able to stifle the Polar Bear offense, giving up just 6 hits and 0 earned runs. The softball team will next take to the field Friday as they play host to the Capital Crusaders. First pitch is set for 1 p.m. The Otterbein men's lacrosse team stayed perfect in OAC play as well last night, with a 17-5 thrashing of Wilmington. Marcus Willis and Robbie Giuliano each totaled a hat trick in the game. Giuliano also led in the assist category with 3. The Cardinals will next take to the field on Saturday as they host Baldwin Wallace on their quest for a 3rd straight OAC title. Otterbein football may be in pads this spring, but the Cardinals are still working towards next season before the end of the spring semester. David Kinder has more.
The Otterbein football team wrapped up their 2015 spring practice this week. Division III spring football does not allow contact pads or the annual spring game. So how much can a coach really learn about his team in April?
You know, when you can't hit and you can't do some things, obviously it's a learning. It's learning our offense again. It's learning our defense, tweaking things. You know, we put in stuff in the offseason that I think, you know, will really help us, and it's just a matter of them learning the new stuff and learning the old stuff all over again, just getting it fresh in their mind.
Last season's starting quarterback Kevin Green was lost at graduation, so for the 4th time in as many seasons, Coach Daup is ending spring ball without a solidified starting quarterback. But of the half dozen that went out for the position, he likes his candidates in the quarterback battle.
I think it's been really good. You know, I think we've got some guys that are going to step up and the biggest thing is who's going to step up in the fall. I think for them it was the same thing. Learning. It was a little slower during the spring, so let them learn, because when fall gets and the pads come on, everything speeds back up, and we'll really be able to see what quarterback can check at the right time, what quarterback can do, make the right throw. Those are the things you got to see when the bullets are flying.
One of the candidates is junior-to-be Logan Stepp. Stepp was the team's second leading receiver this fall, but has made the move to signal caller this spring, a position he played in high school. And for the West Jeff native, the transition has come naturally.
It's good to be back in the position. I miss having the ball every play. So I like being the leader of the team, and I like just having control of the game. I'm happy I'm back.
Despite the lack of contact in spring ball, Stepp admits that he's seen a lot of improvement in the Cardinals this April.
It went well. We had 6 or 7 quarterbacks at the beginning. We're down to like 5 or so right now. But everyone, I think, is progressing pretty well. It went better than I thought it would for me, myself.
The coaching staff now has almost 4 months off before they can resume contact with players, but that doesn't prevent Daup from eyeing up August.
As a staff, we're already looking at the fall.
Camp will open in mid-August, and the season kicks off September 3rd in Buffalo against Buffalo State. For Otterbein TV, I'm David Kinder.
Well, guys, overall, I think it's safe to say that Otterbein Sports enjoyed a successful week, and you actually got a chance to check out the baseball team.
Yeah, it was a great game. It's just a shame it couldn't have had a sweeter ending. But when it comes to compelling stories and good gameplay, few are hard to come by on your phone. But on this week's Tech Time with Jay, we take a look at an app that was imported by Bandai Namco called Tales of Link.
That is an RPG that's around and the game Tales of Link, characters from the popular Tales of series will appear in an all-new story traveled just for your movies. Tales of Link is a free-to-play RPG in which you create a party of your favorite heroes to fight fun tactical battles on their journey to save the world. You can assemble your party, battle your way through the main story as your team grows stronger. Fans of anime series, JRPGs, and the classic Tales of will love the exhilarating battles and exciting tactical gameplay that Tales of Link brings right to the palm of your hands. Some of the features include strategizing with over 360,000 team combinations for maximum tactical advantage in battle, and summoning powerful characters to defeat your opponents with tactical RPG-style games. Also train and develop characters to use all the exciting of story. So that's the game of the way now. It's for the Iowa's house. Right now, we're free. And you just guys know the way. So that's all for Tech Time with Jay this week. You guys have a great week.
Well, a good story and great graphics. You really don't see many games like that nowadays.
Yeah, I've never really seen anything like it, so it'd be worth checking out for sure. But that's all for this week at Otterbein. Thanks for watching.